The Roman Empire at its height was one of the most powerful and influential civilizations in history. It spanned over 3 continents, ruled over 70 million people, and left a legacy that shaped the world in profound ways. But how did this mighty empire fall? What events led to the collapse of the most powerful force of the ancient world? In this video, we'll explore how the fall of Rome occurred, the complex factors behind it, and most importantly, how it changed the world forever. Rome's journey from a small city-state to a vast empire is a story of ambition, military prowess, and political innovation. Founded in 753 BC, Rome grew from humble beginnings into a republic, and by the 1st century BC, it had expanded into an empire. Under leaders like Julius Caesar and Augustus, Rome conquered lands across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The Roman Empire became a symbol of strength and civilization, with its advanced infrastructure, engineering feats like aqueducts, and a legal system that still influences the world today. The Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and prosperity, allowed Roman culture, art, and philosophy to flourish. However, the Roman Empire was not without its flaws. By the 2nd century AD, cracks started to appear in its otherwise mighty structure. Rome had grown so vast that it became difficult to govern. The empire's resources were stretched thin, and the once stable political system was increasingly vulnerable to corruption and inefficiency. Economic troubles also began to surface, including inflation, over-reliance on slave labor, and growing social inequality. As the empire expanded, its military grew weaker. Soldiers, once loyal to Rome, became mercenaries who fought for pay rather than for the glory of the empire. This led to a series of military coups, political instability, and a weakening of central authority. The decline of Rome accelerated during the 4th and 5th centuries AD, particularly as external threats began to mount. Barbarian tribes, such as the Visigoths, Vandals, and Huns, began to press against Rome's borders. Despite their powerful legions, the Romans were unable to defend their empire effectively. In 410 AD, the Visigoths, led by Alaric, sacked the city of Rome, a shocking event that sent shockwaves throughout the ancient world. This was only the beginning of a series of invasions that would ultimately prove too much for the empire to withstand. In 476 AD, the last Roman emperor in the West, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic chieftain Odoacer, marking the official fall of the Western Roman Empire. But why did Rome fall? Historians have debated the causes for centuries. While there is no single explanation, most agree on a few key factors. First, there was Rome's overexpansion. As the empire grew larger, it became increasingly difficult to manage its vast borders and diverse population. Defending such a sprawling empire drained resources and left it vulnerable to invasion. Second, political instability played a crucial role. Ineffective leadership, corruption, and internal strife weakened the empire from within. Emperors were often more concerned with personal power than with the welfare of the state. Third, economic decline and social inequality contributed to Rome's downfall. Heavy taxation, inflation, and an over-reliance on slave labor created a fragile economy, and the increasing wealth disparity between the elite and the common people further eroded the empire's cohesion. Finally, the rise of Christianity changed the cultural and religious fabric of the Roman world. As Christianity spread throughout the empire, traditional Roman institutions and values began to fade, further fragmenting the unity that had once bound the empire together. Yet even after the fall of the Western Roman Empire, the legacy of Rome continued to shape the world. The Eastern Roman Empire, known as the Byzantine Empire, survived for another 1,000 years, preserving much of Roman culture, law, and governance. In the centuries that followed, Europe entered the Middle Ages, a time of political fragmentation, but also cultural exchange between the East and West. Rome's influence would be revived during the Renaissance, when scholars and artists rediscovered Roman texts, philosophy, and art. The Roman legal system, with its emphasis on justice and rights, continues to form the backbone of many modern legal systems. Roman architecture, military strategy, and governance have influenced Western civilization for centuries. In a way, the fall of Rome did not mark the end of the empire's influence, but rather the beginning of a new chapter in history. The collapse of such a powerful empire serves as a timeless reminder of the fragility of even the greatest civilizations. The lessons learned from Rome's decline about the